So IU Southeast is the #1 seed for a reason as they tie it in the bottom of the first. And going into 4 runs already scored, and we are knotted up 2-2.
And Colton, I'm on the edge of my seat already, and
Oh,
we're
I
only
am
in the
too,
top of the
Chase.
second.
As Luis Hernandez steps up to the plate and it is outside for ball 1.
We'll see what Cade Reynolds has in store for the Grenadiers here. A shaky first. We'll see if he can settle in a bit here.
Here's the pitch, and it is outside for ball number 2. As the Pioneers dugout is frustrated after the double play call was overturned, as that is outside for a 3-0 to Hernandez. As the Pioneers went back to the dugout thinking they were going to be up 2-0, but instead Danilo Leon missed the tag on Brandon Boxer for a double play, as Hernandez goes the first, already the second walk given up by Reynolds.
And Colton, that's another shaky start to an inning for Reynolds. In the first, he hit the first batter he saw, and this time he walks the first pitcher or the batter he sees in the inning on 4 pitches, and the Grenadier bullpen's already active. And it looks like we may already see a pitching change here.
I think there is somebody warming up in the bullpen for IU Southeast.
And it looks like it would be number 43, senior Jared Jones. So the Grenadiers already pulling the leash on Reynolds. They've seen enough. Head coach Ben Reel not liking what he's seeing from Reynolds, so he'll go to Jared Jones here.
Were you expecting that, Chase, to have Reynolds be out in only an inning and a half?
And we're going to step away for a moment as Jones will get loose for the Grenadiers here in the top of the second. We're tied at 2 here in Chillicothe.
Danilo Leon will come on as the first pitcher to Jared Jones, who came in relief, only pitched at 4 batters against Midway. And he is going to show bunt. It's going to go back to Jones. Here's the throw to first for 1, so that moves Hernandez the second.
And a beautiful bunt there by Danilo Leon. Just laying it down and advancing that runner up to second, Hernandez. And now Point Park can take the lead with a base hit.
As Leon has been ideal with those sacrifice bunts all tournament. So now back to the bottom of the order for the Pioneers for the first time in this game. It's going to be Dylan Winsek. Winsek had 4 at-bats in the earlier game against Asbury. Here's the pitch. It is outside for ball number 1.
And Winsek in that game came through with a couple of nice hits. Weren't many batters in that Point Park order that didn't have hits in that first game, though. A 20-hit outburst. 2
runs, 2 hits, and 4 at-bats for Winsek in the 10-1 victory over the Eagles, who will be going up against Rio Grande next. As that is a strike looking, a 1-1 to Winsek.
And this is really going to be a test for Jared Jones. Did have an injury early in the season that kind of hindered him in some starts and appearances that he's had. An ERA of 8.71, but certainly a better pitcher than that shows.
And here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And from my viewpoint, Jace, if you're the Pioneers, you need to take advantage of these runs because IU Southeast can run away with this if the Pioneers do not take advantage of the opportunities they have. And they have one here with a runner on second with only 1 out. Here's the pitch, and it is going to be fouled away. So the at-bat will continue with the 1-2.
And really, Colton, with the Grenadiers already going to their bullpen here, Point Park really wants to work at Jones here and try to dig even farther into that bullpen because even if one of these teams loses, they could end up matching up yet again, maybe with some possible.
And that is a high fly ball out to right, but it is way out of play.
Maybe some possible things that are impactful that would occur in that game taken from this one.
As we really have to look out, Chase, what the result is going to be between Asbury and Rio tomorrow because there are a lot of scenarios that can happen with this tournament. So Winsek facing a 1-2. Here's the pitch, and it is outside, ball 2, and Hernandez will stay at second.
Jones really trying to attack with that slider here. Some nice cut away from the right-handed batter, trying to get some chasing.
So a 2-2 count. Jones will Checking back at second. Full count. The second full count today for the Grenadiers, and that was back with Reynolds in the first when Sanchez grounded out to a sacrifice hit, and now Winsek now dealing with a full count.
And Jones could really use a strikeout here. Does not want to go to the top of the order with 2 runners on.
And a swing and a miss for out number 2.
And right on cue, Jared delivering there. A nice slider, as I said earlier, trying to get that run away from the right-handed batter, and he's able to get a swing and a miss on it.
So it's going back to the top of the order with Joseph Renovales, as he was hit by the pitch to begin this game by Cade Reynolds. It was the first pitch. So let's see what Joseph Renovales can do back in the batter's box for the second time.
And he does a nice job of hitting it the other way with that closed stance. Big hole in the right side. IUSE shifting over a bit here.
And a swing and a miss for strike 1, as the Pioneers do have 2 runs on no hits because the Grenadiers have 1 error. As it is a 0-1 to Renovales. Jared Jones really stepping up here with those fastballs to the plate as he struck out Winsek with a full count. So Hernandez over at second. Here's the pitch, and that is fouled away, an 0-2 to Renovales.
So Jones, a chance here to really step up big coming in, picking up a strikeout hopefully here. He's got 1.
And if you're the Pioneers and if you're Renovales, you're hoping to get a base hit to retake the lead. So what will Jones do? Here comes the 0-2. Outside for ball 1. So a 1-2 count to Renovales on his second at bat against the Grenadiers. And his second pitcher. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed.
And a huge strikeout for Jared Jones. What a job out of the bullpen. He settles it down. The veteran showing some leadership, the transfer, and we are tied at 2 heading to the bottom of the second. The number 1 seeded Grenadiers will take their chances at the plate when we come back.